For a Cup, the official GSU talk show all about you and all about the brew. Today I'm here with my guest, Athena Moore. How are you?
I'm doing great.
That's great. Just a little disclaimer based on the last episode. I ingested over 5 cups of coffee. My guest barely ingested 1.
Because coffee's not good.
Except it is. But it did make me start to taste colors and see sounds. But I've talked with doctors, things like that, and they limited me to 1 cup of coffee a day. Here's my cup.
I think you'll be okay.
Yes, I think I'll be okay. Unfortunately,
that's a very big cup.
Oh, yeah. It's everything I need.
I think we all have that one coffee mug that's just
yeah.
like way bigger than it needs to be just to justify how much liquid we put in it.
Oh yeah, this one person I know has like a cup that's a literal gallon. A mug that's a gallon.
Why? Where do you put it?
Down your gullet.
Ah!
So that's my mug. Here, you have a mug. Show your mug.
I do have a mug. This is my, your like really pretty mug from Mean Girls the Musical that I saw in New York in January on Broadway. Anyone else remember going out and doing things? Because it does not feel like it was the same year, but it was, and I got the souvenir out of it.
I have no idea what that's like, even before 2020.
Aw, poor thing.
Poor thing. So, I mentioned coffee, but a heinous act has been committed. We have tea.
Tea is good. So let's just start there. Tea, you get caffeinated, but you don't get addicted. It comes in many, many flavors, including fruit flavors. But that's not what I brought today. I brought my favorite, which is vanilla chai. It is a black tea. He likes his coffee black, so I brought him black tea. And he'll be fine because it's not going to hurt him.
That's the issue. Smooth vanilla blend with flavorful spices, sweet and spicy all at the same time. Tea's supposed to be spicy?
It can have spices in it. I personally take this chai and then dump more cinnamon in it to the point where I'm coughing. That's how much spice I want in my tea.
Dear Lord.
You're the one who drank 5 cups of coffee, so I don't want to hear it.
The difference is I have taste buds.
Yeah, you probably burned them off with the 5 cups of coffee. My taste buds are refined, but I bet any British person would say otherwise. They're probably looking at us now like, oh, that's how they do their tea. I had a roommate who, my second year, and she actually was from Britain. Her parents were from Britain, and she looked at me with disgust anytime I brewed my tea. She had an actual an electric kettle and everything. I boiled mine on the stove. Maybe get boiling water out of the Keurig instead of using a K-cup. I'm very ghetto when it comes to my tea. Stop sniffing.
How's it work?
You put it in.
Okay.
And it steeps.
Just drop.
Yeah, just like that.
And I just drank it like this?
No, you wait for it to. You have to wait for it to steep. The flavor has to come out of the bag.
Oh yeah, isn't there that thing movies they're just doing?
So this? I mean, you can do that, but that's not helpful to the flavor. You're gonna be drinking water that's not. See, I'm just letting mine rest. That's, oh God. You're a travesty to tea drinkers everywhere. At least put your pinky up, like a cultured person. Pinky's up.
It's pinky's up for my half-a-gallon mug.
There's no way that's gonna taste good. You haven't even let it steep for 10 seconds.
It's probably the most tasty thing that's gonna be because it's just water at the moment.
Yeah. You can do that. I let it steep. So while it steeps, you can ask me some things.
So you're currently a senior here at Georgia State University. What are you here for?
I'm a marketing major, hospitality administration minor, so I like to call myself the world's greatest event planner. And yes, I'm getting the hell out of here in 44 days. GSU, love you, but I gotta go.
Be a hell of an event. What do you plan to do with that?
So it's not what I plan to do, it's what I've already done with it.
Oh.
I've gotten to work with so many amazing companies on social media, websites. Right now I'm a copywriter for a psychotherapy office in Washington, D.C.
Nice.
So it's basically just using my words to make whatever it is sound enticing to other people. I'm very magical that way.
Make your words sound enticing. I feel like Mel Brooks called that a bullshit artist one time, but...
Maybe, but I convinced you to drink tea on a show about coffee, so I must have done something right.
You won. You got me there. You win.
You keep doing this.
Does it not do anything?
I mean, it does. It just makes the flavor come out faster, but it's good when it steeps. I'm sure you've jacked yours around enough that it has some flavor in there if you want to try drinking it.
Okay.
It just tastes pretty similarly to coffee. It's just not as strong.
I do not believe you.
Got a little vanilla, got a little spice. And okay, fine, be that way. If you want, you can always add cream and sugar like you do to coffee. Like,
Who does that to coffee?
people who also don't like the taste of coffee but would like to pretend like they do.
Well, thank you for the tea. Can we just spill it later?
That was so bad.
Yes, it is.
Bad jokes.
Cue
King
the
of
laugh track.
No. I like it. I think it's great.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for the question. All right. So what are some things like you're affiliated with here at Georgia State? Like, what's what you do?
So I'm of the opinion that you should join a lot of orgs your freshman year
Yeah.
and then figure out which ones you really, really like and stick with those. So I'm only in 3. I am in her campus, GSU. We are a journalism organization. We put on an online magazine basically, and we also do a lot of different events. Very women-centered. Love it there. I was actually in her campus's high school program too. So been doing that for a while. I'm also a member of Phi Mu fraternity, which is the second oldest women's fraternity in existence. So old, we did not have the word sorority yet, which is why I'm in a fraternity.
What, really?
Yeah, very, very old, 1852. We were actually founded in Macon, Georgia, and our headquarters is in Peachtree City. So I've gotten to do a lot of really cool stuff with Phi Mu. I'm the Sisterhood Development Chair, so it's my job to bring all the sisters together and give us the warm and fuzzies through stuff like sleepovers and picnics and other really fun events.
It sounds a lot better than a lot of other things.
I mean, yeah, I really do love those girls.
Yeah.
And then the third thing I'm a part of is Film Club, which is
yes.
where I had the unfortunate time of meeting you. I'm so sorry. And my life has been downhill ever since.
Valid. Look where it's landed me. I have a talk show.
Oh, God. I'm sure this will be funnier in post.
No, it will not. But, so you mentioned what was the name of your sorority again?
Phi Mu.
Fraternity, Phi Mu?
Yeah.
Does it have like a focus?
Yeah, so we're a values-based
Okay.
Greek letter organization, and our values are love, honor, and truth. We try to live our life through those, qualities.
Yeah.
We have a lot of social aspects as well. We like to mix with other sororities and other fraternities. We have a philanthropy arm, so like we raise a lot of money for our philanthropy, which is Children's Miracle Network hospitals. And just through a combination of all those things, we get to meet people, and by meeting all those people, we're networking for like post-grad opportunities. I'm an intern for Nationals right now, actually. I'm on their social media team for the foundation, which is where we raise money specifically to help Phi Mu's with like academic scholarships, or like if they've been affected by COVID or like a hurricane, we raise money and we give it to other Phi Mu's. So I get to help with that. So I think that Phi Mu has given me like a lot of really great opportunities. And I think the Georgia State chapter specifically of Phi Mu, Theta Beta, it's so much different than like if I had gone to Alabama or Kennesaw or University of Florida. Like it would have been like those door stacking videos that you guys see and everyone laughs at.
Door stacking?
Yeah. I love door stacking.
How is a door stack?
Okay, I love door stacking. So it's when we do recruitment in the fall when we get all of our new members.
Okay.
It's part of the process. We literally stand in front of a door, and some people get on the bottom, and some people get in the middle, and some people get on the top, and we clap in unison and sing songs. And it sounds dumb, and everyone laughs at the videos because they think we look like a cult. But
I was about to say that. Do you guys get Kool-Aid afterwards?
No, we got Moe's catered last year. Same difference, it could kill you.
It could kill you.
Better than Chipotle though. But yeah, we all do the door stack and we learn the songs, and everyone laughs at us, but it's so hard to learn those songs. We have practices.
Like what's the song?
I'm not going to do a song.
It was worth a shot.
For one thing, it sounds a lot better when there's 70 of you doing it than if there's one person doing it. But they, again, just talk about our sisterhood and how much we love each other and the bond that we have with each other and how strong it is. And like, here's the deal. When you're in a group, and this is any group, not just Greek, in a large group of people, you're not going to be best friends with everybody. Like, that's just unrealistic, I think. And I think that's something that a lot of people are concerned about going into Greek life, because they're like coming in like, I want to make friends. You can make friends. And there's some of my sisters that's like, yeah, if you are, somewhere lost, like you got a flat tire all the way in Buckhead and I live like an hour and a half away, I'll come get you. Like, But we don't have to be bestie boos. We don't have to talk to each other on the phone every day. And I think that it's nice because we get to meet such a nice blend of people that we would have met people maybe we wouldn't have talked to otherwise. And I think that helps broaden the horizons.
Yeah, I definitely think a lot of people can definitely relate to that when they come to Georgia State for the first time, because there's like 50,000 of them.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh, nope, still not good.
Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna roast your coffee so badly.
Please go. Aha!
See, my jokes are bad too.
Don't cue the laugh track. Don't cue the laugh track.
I'm sorry, my jokes are better than you and more natural that you didn't even realize it until I pointed it out.
Hey, there ain't nothing natural about me.
Yeah, Georgia State being a commuter school is really weird.
Yeah.
It's just. I've visited my friends at other schools and like they have a traditional college campus and there's grass and like they don't have to worry about getting hit on by a homeless person. Like
did that happen to you?
Yeah, way too many times. It's very uncomfortable. And they only be hitting on you to get food or money, and it's if you were actually hitting on me, like, you know, I can't help you, but like thanks for the compliment, but you just want my fries.
Oh yeah, these two guys once, these two homeless people like got on either side of me. And they were like, you look like movie star. You look like, who's that guy? You look like Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber. Can we have half your Subway? You look like Justin Bieber.
They're prone to flattery, you know? Yes. I don't think you look like Justin Bieber. I think you look like Benedict Cumberbatch. But that's a conversation for another day since you vehemently deny it every time I bring it up.
I always will. All right, I'm officially done with trying this tea. Now let's go on to the good stuff. But I took into account you don't like coffee.
Because it is bad.
Because you have no taste. But there's no way you can't enjoy the taste of a nice cold brew. I
don't know what the difference is.
The difference is it's cold and it's still brewed.
I thought the whole point of coffee is that it's hot.
Like no, you can also get good coldness and still get the same effects. It's really good. What we have today is La Cambre. What we have today is
Cologne?
What we have is Cologne coffee, draft latte, pumpkin spice, because I'm a basic white person.
Since when does coffee come in soda cans?
I have no idea. It troubles me.
This smells very strong.
Oh yeah.
Am I going to start seeing sounds and tasting colors?
No, it definitely just the pumpkin is what smells strong.
It was fine, and then there's always that burnt aftertaste.
Yeah.
I'm not a person who says they don't like something without having tried it, but I've tried hot coffee and iced coffee. I've never tried cold brew, so I'll give you that. But it's just like, it's fine, and then it just tastes like you burned your tongue, which if you drink hot coffee, you might have.
Right, with this, like, no. Yeah, this is infused with, like, milk, nitrous-infused milk, foamy. It's like, I don't know what nitrous means.
I mean, I'll give it to you that it's better than most other coffees I've tried, but I'm still not.
It's the pumpkin spice.
Yeah, the pumpkin spice is good.
No,
see, you know what I did today at Starbucks? I went to the drive-thru and I said, hey, "Can I have a pumpkin spice latte but no espresso?" And they're like, "That's not a latte." And I'm like, "Can you do it anyway?" And apparently they call it a pumpkin spice steamer, so that's what I had. I basically drank pumpkin milk.
Pumpkin spice milk, yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'm 100% okay with that. Milk is good for your bones.
It's like going to get a banana and strawberry smoothie and ask to get rid of the banana and strawberries. It's just a cup of whipped cream.
I mean, I don't hate on that either.
No, I wouldn't either. This is not the great.
I will give you this. This is definitely better than any other coffee I've ever had. And I think it's the pumpkin spice. Now, if I had to have like the original version of this, I mean, I might just keep drinking my tea. I'm sorry.
It's fine. All right, switch things back. You're a senior. I am but a junior. I'm but a wee baby man.
Fetus.
I am but a fetus.
Little baby man?
Little baby man. But can you tell me what it's like to be a senior right now?
It's horrifying. Not because of being a senior. Like, I've been a senior before. I was a high school senior.
Right.
But unlike high school, there's like nothing after college that's set up for you. You just, unless you go to grad school, which is not happening for me. If you're going to grad school, say help. Like, flash me a peace sign, like, do you need help? Like, I can get you out of there. It's just not for me. I will not be going to grad school. Kudos to those who do. So after that, it's like this clock starts ticking down to what are you going to do with your life? And everyone asks you. It's like when you first get to college, like how the greeting is always, oh, what year are you and what's your major? Like that, you're gonna have to answer that to every person you meet. Now the question is, well, do you have a job yet? If I had a job, I would tell you I had a job because I would be so proud of that job. Because right now I freelance. So freelancing is just, I basically do what I would want to do with a full-time job, but for a lot of different companies, and then I send them a bill, and they pay me. But that means I got to take my own taxes out, so.
Yeah, it definitely sounds a lot more freeing, though, I will say.
It is, especially with COVID-19 when a lot of people aren't going into the office anyway.
It's time for that part of the show where we talk about COVID. You are a senior, you're graduating next month, aren't you?
Yeah, so close.
But that is crazy. How would you describe your final year here, given COVID? I hate to bring it up, but
it's been kind of sad because there's a lot of traditions that I've had, like with my organizations, or like just with Georgia State in general. Like my last homecoming didn't happen. My last formal and semi-formal for my sorority is not happening. We have this event that her campus puts on called Pink Week. That just finished. We did all the events virtually. So a lot of that, like I haven't been to a football game this semester. So it's been kind of sad to see that those traditions haven't gotten to happen for me. Or like they're happening, but I personally wouldn't go to them because I don't feel safe doing so.
Right.
I want to see my grandparents and like not get anyone or myself sick.
Right. Yeah, GSU, I will applaud GSU that they've definitely been trying with a lot of the virtual stuff. One of my other job is I help with like tours and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But since we can't have any like physical tours, like we do a lot of virtual stuff, all that, and I applaud it, but it's definitely not the same.
It's not the same. Georgia State has been doing a really good job. Like they had the drive-in movie a few weeks ago, and man, like me and a couple of other film club people, we all packed into our cars and we went and we had a great time. None of us coordinated what we were bringing, so we've had like 7 bags of Halloween candy and caramel apples and like popcorn, and then Georgia State actually had snacks at the thing, so we just had so much food. They also had an outdoor haunted house at the Newton campus that we went to last weekend. And so Georgia State's been doing a good job putting on like a lot of those events. So I've been able to make a lot of new memories. I could never say that like I went to a drive-in at Georgia State. Like maybe, hopefully there's something they continue to put on, but like I can say, and then forever I can always say, well, I'm in the class of 2020 and people are gonna ask me about it.
Yeah, definitely this is gonna be something that we tell a lot of people about years to come. Even if a lot of it just involves, and then I woke up and walked to class, aka the living room.
Right. My kids are going to be like, what's it like living through the plague, Mommy? And I'm just going to be like, I don't know what to tell you, man.
It was a lot of Gossip Girl.
So much Gossip Girl. I'm so sorry, because I've been blowing up his phone with Gossip Girl, just like, they did my man Chuck Bass dirty. Like, the show didn't come out almost 20 years ago. Like, it's just... That's all I've done with my life. Because they get to go out and do things. So like, I'm living vicariously through them.
Oh yes, through the cheesy 2000s. I saw you drink that.
It's not like I want the pumpkin spice. I just don't want. I like keep alternating to like wash the coffee taste out. Can I just have the pumpkin milk?
Pumpkin. Sure, I'm sure that exists. So we're wrapping up, and before we go, I always like to talk with my guests on one last discussion. To like wrap it up to leave a nice lasting impact on everyone watching. So my question for you relates back to Greek life.
Sure.
Because I know a lot of people have a lot of different interpretations of Greek life based on like what they've seen in film, what they see on the news, and a lot of it might not be positive. Some might just be misconstrued. So my question is, how do you feel about media representation on Greek life, or maybe specifically sorority life?
So I can't speak for the guys because I don't think I've watched like any fraternity movies. I know Animal House is a thing, but like
what's a thing? All right.
Never seen it, and I don't wish to. As for the girls, we got Elle Woods and Legally Blonde out of the deal, so I consider that a win. Because she is smart, she don't need no man, she went to law school. I know an Elle who got into law school from my sorority. So like,
really?
Yeah, we have plenty of like really smart, ambitious women in sororities. And this is just like me, I'm in a Panhellenic Council. We have multicultural Greek, we've got the National Panhellenic Conference, which is the Divine Nine, which are the historically black sororities and fraternities. So like, you're gonna find so many different people in all those different councils. And again, even in those councils, it's going to vary from school to school. So I just say that like people should do their research about each council and decide like what they want to do and how they want to approach Greek life. But if you go in with a set mind, then you're not going to have a good time because it's always going to be a little bit different than what you envisioned in your head.
Yeah, because I've heard some people like say things like sorority or just Greek life in general, just like it's a thing of the past, like all these like bad stuff, like in terms of media. I'm asking what are your thoughts on that?
I think that Greek life definitely has some issues that need to be addressed, but I also am so proud of my sisters and the chapters on Georgia State's campus and across the country because they've been asking for that change and they've been, doing the change that they want to see. And I think that with organizations that are national like this, you kind of have to be the change that you want to see. You have to fight for fight against inequality, fight against racism in recruitment, all that good stuff. And if you can do that, then you leave a legacy and a better Greek life for people to have in the future. So I hope that in my 2.5 years in Phi Mu that I've left something better for the Phi Mus who come behind me. I love all of them individually. Our pledge class this year, they're so cute. And it's so weird to think about they're gonna exist after I'm gone. I know that's such a weird way of phrasing. I know that's how life works, okay? But, and I think that's just Georgia State in general, just it's weird to think I'm going to be an alumna. Yeah, I'm going to be an alumna soon. And this place is going to exist after I'm gone, unless I deem them worthy for me to come back. Because when I'm rich and famous, they're going to try and claim me. Oh, but, I think it's been a good experience. I have enjoyed my time at Georgia State. They weren't my first choice, and I've heard that from a lot of students that it wasn't their first choice.
Yeah.
But I think it was the choice that I needed to make because I ended up being a better person and growing because of it.
And I definitely think that sums it all up greatly.
Well, I had fun being here. And thank you for inviting me.
It's been an absolute bless. I want to thank you again. So thank you, and thank Brew. Good night, everybody.